Where'd you lose this? We were talking about Bezos. We were talking.
I heard the whole Bezos thing. I heard about it being the Titanic-like crowd.
Right. And then we mentioned Eric Clapton. He refuses to.
That's where I lost you.
He refuses to perform in places that demand the vaccine. And I don't know if that means country, city, or just.
Just a venue.
Just a venue. I think that's what he meant. Just the venue. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant.
He probably doesn't want to play to like an empty room. So, because like his fans aren't getting vaccinated, so it's like
his fans are mostly old though. So
and
most old people are getting it.
And they're hippies too. They're former hippies, so you would think they probably would get the vaccine.
They're old enough to remember polio.
Yeah, like, remember that?
What are you talking about refusing a vaccine? I remember polio.
Listen, polio was some crap, man. We got our stuff together back then. We're going to do it now. Tuberculosis, the flu, it was all awful. Well, I don't know if they're that old, but they're pretty old. I'm sure there's some Clapton fans out there that remember the flu pandemic.
No, not that old.
Yeah, they're that old. Come on.
1918, that was 103 years ago.
They remember. They remember. They were there.
The parents' stories maybe about it.
No, they were there. They were there. And TB and polio.
My grandparents were old enough to live through it, and they are both dead, so...
Well, that's their problem.
Mark's parents are old enough to be our grandparents.
Well,
so
we've discussed that. Your parents were born in the 1800s. They fought in the Civil War and all that.
No, well, not my parents.
No, your parents. Yeah, your grandparents fought in the War of 1812. Your great ones fought in the Revolution. And your great ones were part of the Salem witch trials and all that. So I mean, you go your family goes way back.
Yeah, the great ones are part of the Crusades.
That's right. And your great grandparents, they also know a thing or two about what it means to stay healthy because they were around for the Black Plague.
Exactly.
So I mean, they knew it was up.
They were waiting for that vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like,
oh my God, did they want one?
My mom actually is old enough to. She was born before the MMR vaccine, so she caught measles and mumps.
I shouldn't laugh at that. That's awful.
She was just collecting all the crap diseases, wasn't she?
Right.
That's awful. That's terrible, but it's kind of funny.
Right, but and now those things are not a problem.
You know why? Because we got the damn vaccine.
But I mean, there was vaccine hesitancy before the pandemic. It just kind of primed us for this,
Yeah, vaccine hesitancy. It's nothing new.
It's primed us to potentially lose 1 million people, 1 million Americans in 18 months.
Listen,
I feel like it is new because, when I was a kid, I don't recall anybody's parents being like, "I'm not getting my kid vaccinated." I don't recall that ever.
It's new in the sense that it didn't just start at the pandemic. It's been happening within the last decade.
I was about to say within the last 20 years or so, it's all about because everybody started
autism.
That autism. Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth. It's all about that. Oh, it'll cause autism thing. Where they got that from?
Jenny McCarthy.
Listen to Jenny McCarthy, but some doctor said it. It turned out to be false. But try to explain that to people, and they refuse to listen, and they go with the first thing that you said. Oh, autism. So yeah, Jenny McCarthy. Why hasn't she been canceled? Because she's basically the one that really kickstarted the not getting vaccine crap.
I think she just faded into obscurity enough to where people just didn't feel the need to cancel her.
Nobody cares. That's fine.
Isn't she
She's one of those celebrities.
Oh, she is, isn't she?
She's on or whatever.
No, she's on The Masked Singer.
On the what?
There's a show on Fox called The Masked Singer.
Oh.
So she's on that. She's a judge on The Masked Singer.
Like what kind of mask?
Her popping back up out of her crap hole.
Well, she was on that before the pandemic started. No, the Masked Singer is a show where a group of people in costumes come out.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
They
about.
come out and sing. Well, for those of you who don't know, they come out and sing and everybody that's in these costumes are celebrities, and they're kept under wraps through the whole taping and through the whole airing of the shows until the actual episode. Each one gets eliminated, and you find out who the celebrity behind the mask was, and then there's a winner at the end of the season. Sort of like it's like a Dancing with the Stars type thing, only they're singing and not dancing. And
so what you're saying is we have run out of television.
Well, it's not a bad show, but yeah, basically. And the judges on the show are Ken Jeong from the Hangover movies and Community and all those things, and
which I would be okay if he was the only judge.
Sure, and Jenny McCarthy, and then Robin Thicke,
and the Pussycat Dolls,
and one of the girls from the Pussycat Dolls. Remember that group from like 15 years ago? So yeah. So yeah, that's who does that show.
Nicole? No.
Nicole, yeah, it's Nicole something.
Singer.
Singer. Worcestershire sauce. That's right. That's right.
Nicole Worcestershire.
There it is. And coronavirus is going to kill us all. And now on to the music.